I gotta ride or die.
What is going on here? What have you been... You alright?
I'm working on my own car.
Oh, nice, good effort. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry about the noise, but we're doing some RS Turbo bits. Right, so Jason, talk to me. What's going on? Why are you so dirty? I mean, you look like you've been doing
funny,
things.
Hang on.
Oh, you know, that's just bad, isn't it? So, what are we doing today? Because although we left people with everything at the back last time,
So,
what's going on at the front?
It was my decision to leave
Your
the
decision?
engine in situ.
Okay.
But we didn't realise this was going to turn into such a big restoration.
Yes.
But this wasn't rusty here. It was more just covered in years and years of old paint and stuff. So in the interest of matching this to that, Marty has set me the task of nibbling all the old paint and underseal off of this whole front cross member. We will be removing this mount in due course when we put a hydraulic stand to hold the gearbox. Give it a good clean down, mask up, and then at least that way all chassis rails have been painted and treated
Properly.
and
Yeah.
we know that inside the engine bay the paint's lovely.
Yeah.
So there will
So
be
you
a
don't need to go that
there will be
far.
a meeting line between where the nice paint from inside the engine bay ends and where the new paint meets this chassis rail, and then that continues right the way through to the floor of the car.
Because at the end of the day, you don't actually want that to be brand new, and then it'd be pretty obvious at the front that you haven't bothered.
Exactly. So
That's literally what's happening
This was the
here.
last bit now. Obviously this is in the way. I'll get this corner certainly finished today.
Yeah.
And then you can't really see 'cause it's dusty, but in here the paint is decent. So
Just try and zoom in as
I
much as
just
we can.
didn't want to pull the engine out because I knew that I know that I have hassle. Every time
Yeah.
you pull an RS Turbo engine out,
Yeah.
it won't want to run. It
And-
was my fear.
And you will just start chasing other things that you want to do at some
Exactly.
other time, but
The issues that we found on this inner arch.
we'll
for
just come around this
instance,
side and show you guys. Here we
The issue
go.
that we found in this inner arch has been repaired lovely on the top above ground, and they'd kind of just hid it. So
Yeah.
what Martin's done is he's put a new piece of steel in and now repaired this side of it. So like I say, above ground, everything up the top was nice.
Yeah.
But under here it looked a bit crap. So that's why this wheel arch had loads of attention.
Yeah.
Obviously the rest of the floor, per the other videos, you've seen what it's had. We've checked every part of these because these are really bad for cracking on
Yeah.
vehicles producing a lot of torque.
Yeah.
So if you imagine, the only 2 points of the vehicle, here and here, are what holds on to all of the torque transfer from here and here. And what happens is, you're squaring down the road, the steel, when it gets old, will start to crack.
Oh yeah.
As identified by Martin in an initial assessment, the cracks were found and have been completely dealt with and fixed now.
Yeah.
So this is more for an aesthetics point of view, that when I'm under the car, I'll be able to look under here and be like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's actually well nice.
I won't keep walking past. Obviously the paint here cleaned up okay, but not to the standard of what that's going to be.
Yeah.
I know lots of you are thinking, why didn't you pull the engine out? Fair enough, I could have done, but this was only meant to be a sympathetic refurb under here. It's turned into a little bit more. In hindsight, yes, the engine would have come out, but once I know this is all done, I might well feel obliged to pull the engine out next winter
Yeah.
and freshen up in there to meet what we've done. That will feel like a really small job
Yeah.
in comparison to what's happened here.
Oh yeah, so as the sandblasting comes on, we'll do another montage, shall we?
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, so stop the video. We've got an air leak somewhere. Can you hear it?
That sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds like a 50cc with like a ball kit on it, mate. Oh, mate.
And now we're going to do your VFR. About there?
Yeah, that's about right. The bottom bit sounds like a 125. The top bit sounds like a VFR.
Oh, still.
Oh, that was. I stalled it. That's me. I've stalled it and probably fallen off the bloody thing.
Bang.
Straight fell off the back of it.
No good.
No good. He's such a good guy. Like he knows straight away there's a leak. He came straight in and said there's a leak. No, the leak's back. We might have another leak. Martin actually hasn't been in this video yet.
I might go for a leak of my own.
He's going to go for a leak on his own. We've just picked this one up though, because we need to get into another couple of bits just up here that Martin just pointed out. But Martin's a very busy guy today. There's a lot on, so you know, trying to get him on camera is sometimes a little bit hard. But we will get him on camera because you know it says Martin on his t-shirt today, so we've got to tell him it says Martin. Hi Martin, this is on your t-shirt. So we're back from doing a little bit on the Series 1 there. It takes a long time to do stuff to cars that need it, obviously. So I'm just trying to accumulate as much as I can throughout the days on that car because there's so much work going on. So I always try and get down there to show you guys little clips of what's happening. But I wanted to show you guys this car because this is something that's just insane to me. Someone that spec'd this, you know, recently, a couple of years ago, say, and then actually got it through. Right in thinking this is the frozen berry from Porsche. So this isn't actually a paint to sample Porsche colour because you can go to the Porsche dealership and get the colour you actually want from pretty much anything these days if you're willing to spend the money. But this is actually a Porsche derived colour. I believe, if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure, but it looks like it's a colour from maybe an earlier 911. I would say this would look right, this colour, in my opinion, on an earlier Targa, maybe an 80s Targa. I'm not too sure, but hell of a spec. It's also got the option of ceramic brakes up front, which is again hell of a spec. To go with that 4-litre engine, you're probably going to need some of these if you're enjoying it. Yeah, this is a brand new Cayman, although it obviously says 52 plate, it's a private plate. Yeah, brand new Cayman, but it is a GTS 4-litre model. Now that is really big news to me because I'd love to see what this car is like on the open road with that 4-litre in it. It must be, in this small chassis, absolutely insane. But yes, that's a huge talking point. Although I'm not going to, you know, get the chance to drive this car, I want to look around it because it's a hell of a specification. Gold wheels, but they're satin, you know, matte finish from factory, opted by the owner. And this is the bravest spec Cayman I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I won't open the door to show you guys the inside, but I'll show you the specification inside. It's insane. So carbon steering wheel. It's got a yellow cluster with a yellow timer just at the top there. White seats with grey stitching with that colour, this insane colour. The camera can't quite pick it up, but the colour's actually in the centre console as well. Yellow seat belts. Just show you those there. Yellow seat belts and yellow stitching at the top of the dash. So that's actually yellow stitching there, but grey stitching throughout the rest of the dash. Now, something to talk about here, and I know there are people in the comments, but something like this doesn't get spec'd a lot. I don't think people are brave enough to really go in on specs, especially on Porsche stuff like this. It's an out there spec, don't get me wrong, but does this mean it's either going to be worth loads of money in the future because there isn't one like it, or will it be worth nothing because no one wants it? I'm not too sure. I genuinely think this might be one of those cars that, yeah, although it's a 4-litre GTS, it's going to be worth some money anyway. I do believe that maybe this is the only one in existence in this colour, in this specification maybe. But yeah, this could be what you could be looking at, and I could be looking at. It's probably one of the rarest specification Porsches you can actually get because no one would have done this. And I think if you're going to spend this money, personalise it as much as you can. And I love that the owner just went, yeah, I'll go mad on it and do this colour with these wheels, with this yellow stitching, this interior, with the seat belts. I like it. I appreciate cars like this that are spec'd this way because you just wouldn't do it, and I like it even more because of that. So yeah, I'm a Cayman fan. I've always been a Cayman fan since, you know, driving one way back when. So seeing a newer one, especially with the bigger engine, is really exciting for me to see. So one day maybe we'll take one of these out. That'd be awesome, but I love the spec. So guys, we're ending today's video there. I've got to go on the school run, you know, having babies and stuff. You've got to do that as an adult. And I'd like to say, lastly, thank you so much for watching the channel at the moment. It's been a really big step for me to start doing the daily content, so I'm glad you guys are actually enjoying it. Bringing a bit of different content again today from the Escort over to a Porsche. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you tomorrow.